Record heat is going to persist out west here, and you can see by this view the temperature anomalies at the surface, how hot it's going to be. 10, 20, 30 degrees above normal out west here. And in today's forecast, we're going to talk about this and the upcoming pattern change. That may bring severe weather back to the central U.S. in the coming days and get some relief from the heat out west, right? And so let's dive right into it. To start with, we'll take a look at the max temperatures and the records on the right-hand side here, right? Max temperatures are in the different numbers here, and the fill lines or the above normal. You can see on the left here, I know it's hard to read, 10, 20, 30 degrees. So you can see out west and down the southeast how it's going to be, and it moves to the east here. Temperatures approaching 50 degrees above normal for the central U.S. On Wednesday into Thursday, moving slightly further east, right, with a cold front pushing to the south. Warmer temps warming back up out west here with above normal temps in the east again and below normal in the central and northern U.S., all right? And into the weekend, those warm temps spill back out west again before we reach the end of the month. And here's your records expected, today. Expected to be near 100 degrees in some portions of the desert southwest, even hotter. And then that will move eastward, like I just showed, right? And less records as we get towards the the end of the month here. Even some record lows up here in the northeast as we got a trough building in the east here. And this pattern change is shown here as well with a 6 to 10 day temperature and 8 to 14 day temperature outlook by the Climate Prediction Center. See, they're depicting here the ridge firmly in place out west with the center of it shifting further to the east with the above normal temps set generally in the Mississippi Valley into the Central Plains and the eastern U.S. All right, so that's a good indication that we're starting to see a trough develop out west here. As far as precip, out west, the potential exists for some more precipitation. And as we get further in the period towards the first part of April, we get nearer to above normal precip chances here in most of the continental U.S. Okay, so the dry conditions will persist for a little while, and it looks like that pattern will change as the systems start to move to the east here. And as far as week 3 to 4 outlook, April 4th to the 17th, 2026, still looking at, this was issued a few days ago, looking at above normal temps to equal chances in most of the U.S. But below normal precip chances out west, and east from there you have equal chances to above normal chances to equal of either above or below precip chances here. So synoptic flow here, right? We want to look at 500 millibars, gives a good indication what the flow is going to look like in the coming days, right? On the left, we have the GFS global model. On the right, we have the EURO AI. I'm going to compare the two here, right? So to start this, we have pretty much agreement on the ridge out west, breaking down some into Thursday into Friday with a trough digging at the east, all right? And the EURO AI pretty much has the same scenario at this point, right? I don't have the exact hours here. With a ridge spiking out west again, which will reduce the amount of precip along the west coast, but then you get some relief here and some colder air trying to push down to the northeast. And in this regard, we could have flooding potential in the Ohio Valley here. And with the day forecast of rainfall outlook, they show this, right, with the green here, generally from Pittsburgh back to Indianapolis, maybe along this boundary that sets up. And there also may be the potential for severe weather here, so we'll have to see how that plays out. And we know we just had severe weather in this area last night, yesterday evening, so we'll keep an eye on this for sure, and I'll update you in my forecast as the days go by here. Going a little bit further out, the 500 millibar flow, that trough lessens its impact in the northeast here. Right, here's a GFS. We're at Monday, March 30th. You see some blues down here out west. I'm going to focus on this real quick. A trough maybe develop along the west coast here, which is signaling a pattern change. Some height falls into the plains here, and if this ends up coming to pass here, we could have the return of severe weather. Okay, what's the EURO AI show? Take a look here on the right. Roughly, let's see, this is April 2nd, right? It's a little bit slower with the trough here. So you see it has a trough up here along the west coast, northwest coast, this other um, disturbance moving through the flow here, right? Eventually it swings out to the east. And like I said, the GFS is faster. And then it wants to swing another larger trough out to the east as well. That's April 5th. And, we get highly uncertain at this point. So you see the differing model solutions here at this point is quite large, with the EURO AI putting a ridge in the central part of the U.S. and the GFS putting more troughiness here. So let's switch this to the Euro model, see what it shows. This only goes to April 1st. Let's go to the 18Z. Go all the way back to the 12Z. It's the only one that goes this far out. All right, so April 1st, trough dig into the central U.S. And April 5th, its solution is definitely more in line with the GFS than the AA model. So this tells you how uncertain this pattern is at this point. So I want to show you all this just so you understood that this far out, you can't predict this. This is just a general flow pattern discussion here. So as far as sensible weather impacts, I'm bringing up the Euro model here. This is April 1st at 8 p.m., okay? We'll back this up a little bit. Okay, we're Sunday, pretty quiet conditions with troughiness in the east, right? If the Euro was right and it shows a 500 millibar pattern, this low develops just east of the Rockies, okay? And you have a lot of storms here in the central part of the country potentially developing, all right? And if we look at dew points, shows that 60-degree dew points streaming pretty far northward here. So if this does happen this way, we could definitely have some severe weather here. All right, so let's go to some if we can find some severe parameters here. Yeah, so the Euro doesn't have anything more than most unstable cape, right? So most unstable cape shows you the most unstable parcel in the atmosphere, right? So into April 1st, you're showing the oranges here are the highest values, okay? So definitely showing some higher values, especially into Wednesday, April 1st, as that trough moves to the east, right? So let's look at precip as well here real quick. So the precip totals, at least based on the Euro here, are not that impressive, although, this could change. We upwards maybe an inch of rain in this area and on the backside here. And like I said, this is just an overall discussion, right? So let's go to the GFS and see what it says. So here we are, April 1st, right? This is the GFS, 0Z. The 6Z doesn't go this far out yet. So, but you can see a general flow pattern, the same as the Euro, right? And a trough out west here as well, 500 millibar trough spinning out west, right? So let's look at some other parameters. This is QPF, this is simulated radar here. All right, this is loading. It's taking a minute to load here. Surface low developing here, but it really doesn't show it doing much. All right, so let's look at some other parameters with the severe threat real quickly. Mixed layer cape, some pretty high values here as well. So that parameter seems reasonable given how it's the setup. Surface-based cape's pretty high as well. Supercell composite index, potential for some supercells there. Although, like I said, this is far out. So now dew point. 60-degree dew point streaming all the way up towards Chicago could lead to severe weather here. So plenty of moisture in the atmosphere. So between the two models, I would say they're in pretty good agreement for this far out. Of course, the details, the devil's in the details, I guess you would say. And I apologize for If I sound terrible today, I am coming down with something. I don't know what it is, but got a bad cough and stuff. So um, that's all I got for the breakdown for the long term here. And I appreciate y'all watching. Like and subscribe to my videos, and appreciate y'all's support. And if you have any comments or want to put in your location, I'll be happy to give you a localized forecast or for whatever, answer whatever questions you have. Thanks again. Have a great day.